On the frozen battlefields of World War II, frostbite was a silent killer. It didn't discriminate between a seasoned sniper, a young recruit, or even the medics themselves. Fingers and toes could freeze solid in minutes. Gangrene and amputations were tragically common, often occurring without a single shot being fired. Yet, amidst the chaos, soldiers relied on a small, unassuming field medicine kit that could prevent and even reverse early frostbite. This is the story of one of the most overlooked innovations of World War II. A quiet tool of survival that worked efficiently in the most extreme conditions imaginable. Temperatures on the Eastern Front, in Norway, and during Arctic campaigns routinely plunged below -30 degrees Celsius, even -40 degrees Celsius. In that kind of cold, a soldier's hands and feet are the first to suffer. Frostbite would begin as simple numbness, then the skin would turn a waxy, ghostly white, and eventually, the tissue would become blackened and lifeless. Without proper care, it meant the permanent loss of fingers, toes, or entire limbs. While heavy winter gear like boots, gloves, and coats helped, long patrols, wet conditions, or prolonged exposure made frostbite almost unavoidable. Medical teams quickly realized that proactive, in-the-field treatment was essential. This urgent need led directly to the development of a compact, portable kit that could be carried by every soldier. The idea for the frostbite kit wasn't entirely new. It was inspired by centuries of survival knowledge. Scandinavian shepherds and Arctic explorers had long used heated stones and animal fats to protect themselves. Alpine guides taught soldiers the critical importance of stimulating circulation in frozen extremities. During the war, engineers and medics combined these age-old lessons into a single, portable kit designed for soldiers and medics right on the front lines. It was built around three core components: a source of sustained heat, a way to promote circulation, and effective insulation. Together, they formed the perfect trifecta against frostbite. So what was actually inside these life-saving kits? Typically, they included heated stones or small metal plates designed to store heat for hours. They also contained circulation ointments, often made from natural fats or plant extracts, to increase blood flow to the affected area. And finally, there were insulating wraps made of wool, felt, or other cloth to trap that precious heat around the fingers or toes. The kits came with simple instructions, empowering soldiers to recognize the early signs of frostbite and treat themselves immediately. This self-treatment often meant the difference between a close call and a life-altering injury. Using the kit was a simple but ingenious process. The heated stone or metal block was warmed near a small fire or a field stove. Once it reached the right temperature, it was carefully wrapped in cloth or leather to prevent burns. The soldier would then apply it to their frozen fingers or toes, sometimes combining the heat with a gentle massage using the circulation ointment. The insulating wraps were then used to hold everything in place and retain the heat for hours, keeping their extremities warm even during long marches or frigid night watches. Crucially, this method allowed soldiers to prevent frostbite silently, without needing a large fire that could give away their position to the enemy. Soldiers fighting in the extreme cold of Norway, Finland, and the Eastern Front came to rely heavily on these frostbite kits. Commandos on long-range patrols in sub-zero temperatures used them to maintain the finger dexterity needed to operate their weapons. Prisoners of war in German camps showed remarkable ingenuity, improvising their own kits from scavenged cloth, heated tins, and even candle flames. Arctic pilots also depended on heated stones to thaw their fingers, which was critical for operating radios, weapon systems, and other equipment essential for their survival. The choice of materials for these kits was surprisingly scientific. Soapstone was a preferred material because it retains heat evenly and is less likely to crack from thermal shock. Metal blocks were also used because they heat up quickly, but they had to be wrapped carefully to avoid burning the skin. The ointments and fats weren't just lubricants. They contained natural compounds that stimulated blood flow and helped prevent ice crystals from forming in the tissues. The insulating cloths trapped warmth and protected the soldier from wind chill and moisture. This combination created a miniature portable thermal system that was incredibly effective for its time. The impact of these kits is well documented in historical records. We have accounts of soldiers in Norway surviving 40-degree nights by using these kits inside their tents or foxholes. On the Eastern Front, medics reported numerous cases where the timely use of a Frostbite kit prevented amputations, directly saving not only limbs but also combat readiness. Perhaps most inspiring are the stories of POWs in camps like Stalag, who improvised their own versions, demonstrating how knowledge and ingenuity could help them endure even the most extreme and hopeless conditions. When official kits were unavailable, soldiers proved to be incredibly resourceful. They'd use a can of food heated on a stove as a makeshift warming stone. They wrapped bricks, heated with charcoal, in cloth to create temporary hand warmers. They even mixed available animal fats or common oils to create their own circulation ointments. These field improvisations were often the only thing standing between survival and a permanent, debilitating injury, proving that adaptability was a soldier's greatest weapon. What's truly fascinating is how the principles behind this WWII kit are still relevant today. Modern campers, survivalists, and disaster preparedness experts still rely on the same core ideas. Dense stones or metal blocks are still recognized for their ability to retain heat. Insulated wraps are still the most efficient way to trap warmth, and circulation stimulants remain a key part of treating cold weather injuries. These fundamental methods for surviving extreme cold, perfected on the battlefield, continue to be taught and used. The Frostbite kit teaches us a broader lesson about history. It shows that small, simple tools can have an enormous impact. While history books often highlight grand weapons and advanced technology, these quiet, unassuming survival tools were sometimes far more valuable. Soldiers took old science and adapted it to solve life-and-death problems in the most extreme environments, reminding us that ingenuity can often triumph over complex technology. The human stories behind this simple device are what truly bring its history to life. Prisoners, medics, and frontline soldiers all relied on the kit in ways that historians are only now fully uncovering. Diaries from the period mention smuggled stones and heated tins being used to save hands and feet overnight. Soldiers constantly innovated, creating improvised kits from whatever materials they could find. These personal accounts highlight the incredible resilience and creativity of the human spirit, even in the harshest possible conditions. This direct connection to the past is still alive in modern survival techniques. Today's survivalists use the exact same principles: heat retention, insulation, and circulation. The demand for compact, portable solutions for extreme cold weather is as relevant as ever. The techniques learned from World War II soldiers are still saving lives on mountain expeditions, Arctic journeys, and during winter disasters. It's a powerful reminder that some of history's most effective survival tools are simple, low-tech, and absolutely timeless. The World War II Frostbite kit may be largely forgotten by history, but its lesson is crystal clear. Small, simple tools, when combined with human ingenuity, can save lives in the most extreme conditions. If this story of quiet innovation inspired you, please subscribe for more hidden inventions from history. Share this video with your fellow history enthusiasts and help us keep these incredible lessons of ingenuity alive. Thanks for watching, because sometimes the quietest tools were the most powerful of all.